everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos that I do every single week about a variety of topics. And today's video is actually a homeschooling video, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys today my 2017-2018 homeschool curriculum choices video for my soon-to-be 8th grader. I really love making this video, and I really love watching other people's videos. I do a great deal of my homeschooling research on YouTube, as I think so many of us do. And so I really like watching other people's videos about this topic, and I've done this, I know, for the last year or two. I will try to remember to link my other homeschool curriculum choices videos that I've done in the past in the description box below in case you're interested. But this is for my 8th grader, or my soon-to-be 8th grader. A lot of the stuff that we're doing has not changed. A couple things have changed. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything that we're doing for her, and I will try to link everything that we're going to be doing. That way, if I kind of go through something too fast, or you want to look into something a little bit more in detail than I just briefly mentioned in this video, I will link it in the description box so you can read about it and find out more information about whatever I'm going to show in this video. So let's get into what we're doing for 8th grade when we start back in our homeschool in the fall. So I have pretty much everything for my soon-to-be 8th grader here laid out on the table to show you guys. The only thing that's not here is any independent reading I'm going to assign her, either things I assign her or just things that she wants to read on her own time. The year is going to be kind of a mixture of that, because I do want to give her a little bit more assigned reading of things that either are based on what we're studying in history or science, or just something I think is important that I want her to read, like a classic. So I'm going to be mixing those in with just any free reading that she wants to do, but I haven't picked those things out yet, so that's not here to show you. And then also just working on handwriting, cursive, copy work will be based on Bible verses, any text from maybe our history or something, or states and capitals or countries and capitals that I want her to remember. I usually just make those up on a website that I can print for free, and I'll try to remember to link that in the description box below for you guys, because you can make cursive copywork pages and print copywork pages, and so I usually do that for both girls. Also, this year we did join a co-op. We've only done that 1 year in the past, and that was a couple years ago. So this year she is going to have photography, a poetry class, and an earth science class. Some of those choices were not exactly her top pick, but we got in kind of late in the enrollment period, and so some of the things that she would have preferred, they were already full. So that's what she's going to have this year. I am excited for photography for her, because it is something that I think is definitely an elective course, but it's something that I think could really turn into be a hobby. It also counts as an art and humanities class, so I'm excited for her to have photography. So anyway, this is all of her stuff that we're going to be doing at home. So for Bible this year, we're changing it up a little bit. We have done Draw to Learn in the past, and I'll try to remember to link that below as well. But I think she was getting a little bit tired of it since we have done it for so many years. So this is something new. This is the Word of Life Quiet Time Devotions. There's quite a few different books of these. This is the teen level. It's the 1-year interactive daily devotional. And so basically, you know, it is a devotional. So it talks about, first of all, a prayer list, which I think is nice because she can record privately any prayers that she has or her friends have that she wants to write down. And then it is dated, so week 1, Sunday. Now this does go through the weekend, but that's okay. I mean, if she wants to do it on the weekend, she can. And if not, then, you know, this book will last her a little bit longer than a year. But every page is labeled like that. So week 1 and the day of the week, it tells you the Bible verse that you need to reference, and then it basically just has the reading and the questions that they're going to do, and then some quotes down at the bottom. So every day is like that. Wednesday, Thursday, so different questions, and just a really brief but I think thorough way for her to study the Bible and the different important parts of the Bible and truths of the Bible. And so I'm excited for her to have this, and I think she's going to like this kind of question format. So definitely excited to have that. And then also I plan on working through this with both girls. I picked this up last year and I showed it in a book haul, but we haven't actually used it yet. It's 50 things every young lady should know: what to do, what to say, and how to behave. I'll try to link it if I can find it. I got it off Amazon. And basically, it's a good old-fashioned, like, etiquette and manners book for girls. And I think this is definitely something that is a lost art for boys and for girls. I think a lot of boys don't know how to treat girls, and I think a lot of girls don't know how they should act and what they should expect from others. So I think this is a great book for that, and I'm excited to use that with both girls. For history, we are continuing with Story of the World. Now, we started Story of the World last year. It was our first year using it, and we're about halfway through. So I went ahead and purchased level 2 because we are really loving it. I'm really loving it. I don't remember learning any of this stuff, and if I did, I've forgotten it. And so it's really fun for me to go through and read these to the girls. They're written in a conversational story format. So you purchase the student workbooks to go along with the textbook, and they have map work to do and crafts and all different types of additional reading suggestions. So I think it's a really great thing. We're loving it, and so I'm excited to finish level 1 and start volume 2. This is also new this year, and I was contacted by the company to ask if I would review it, and since we are very bad about doing art, I said sure, I'd be really interested in trying it out because it is actually taught by an art instructor, and it's the Genesis Art Quest. It's a 2-semester set, so there's 30 lessons, and it's designed for homeschool middle school, ages 11 through 14. So I don't plan on doing this every single week. I don't think we're going to have time, but I think it's one of those things that's going to be great to have. It's going to be something that we can do whenever we get time to do it, and it's going to hit some of these lessons and some of these things that I would not have the first idea about how to teach. So let's see, it says it teaches understanding, appreciating, and developing art skills through a guided step-by-step approach with easily obtainable materials that won't break your homeschool budget. So they're going to be making sculptures, paintings, drawings, and they'll keep a sketchbook throughout the year. I'm glad to have this. I'm going to be happy to use it over the next school year and do a review for you guys later on in the 2017-2018 school year. For geography, last year we finished, what's it called? The Confessions of a Homeschooler Road Trip USA. And so this year we are doing together the Expedition Earth, which is basically her world geography and kind of a history and cultural based curriculum. If you don't know who she is, it's Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler. I will link this below. We are going to be doing this together, so my 8th grader and my 2nd grader will be doing this together. And I'm really excited about this too because it does have crafts, activities, recipes, all different types of things. So I've got everything all put together for my oldest. I've got my youngest has her own notebook too, but all the flags of the countries and continents and things like that. So we are tying this into a geography and landform type of study. Now this is actually something I got for my 2nd grader, or my soon-to-be 2nd grader. It's all about landforms and bodies of water, which obviously my oldest knows what a hill is and what a mountain is, but some of this is review, and then we're going to be getting into the animals that live in these different types of habitats and islands of volcanoes. We're going to be studying volcanoes and doing some unit studies about that. So this is kind of a hodgepodge of things. It's an Evan Moore geography book mixed with a Scholastic, I believe, book where you make like these animal habitats. I'll try to remember to have everything linked below, but I kind of combined it together, and so it's talking about continents and countries, and so this is going to tie into the Expedition Earth. So that is why it's in a separate notebook, because not everything in this is going to tie into that, but it's something we're going to do whenever it comes up. We're going to do it in this geography book, if that makes sense. Continuing through with the Glencoe Language Arts Vocabulary Power. This is grade 6, but it's okay. She's still working through this one. And it's a mixture of spelling and vocabulary, which I think is important. And so basically, every day you have a worksheet, and I enter these words, like the spelling words, each week. I enter them into the Big IQ Kids website. It's a free website where you can enter your spelling words, and it plays games with the kids so they can practice the spelling words. And sentences and things like that. So we have done this pretty much from the beginning for spelling for her, and it's something we're going to continue with. So that is carryover from last year. Also carryover from last year is this Evan Moore grade 7 daily paragraph editing. I don't know 100% yet if we're going to do this or we're going to go back to the IEW Fix-It Grammar program. I really haven't decided because we've done both. And there definitely is room to do both even now, but I'm not really sure we're going to do that. But I have this one out just to show you. Basically what you do is they edit a paragraph or a couple paragraphs every day of the week. And so these are nonfiction based stories, so they learn about different people and events in history. They learn about it by reading it and making the correct making the proper corrections. So punctuation, capitalization, commas, periods, apostrophes, all those things they have to look for and notice what's missing and correct it. And then at the end of each week, there is a writing assignment. So like for week 16, it says, write 1 or 2 paragraphs for a science article about spiders. Begin with one of the following sentences or write your own. So evidently week 16 was about spiders. And so that is what the writing assignment is about. Again, I'm not really sure if we're going to keep on with this every day or we're going to do the IEW Fix It Grammar, because I like both programs or both things. But I do really recommend this, even if you do have the IEW, but especially if you don't. I think it's really important to be able to look at a piece of text and find the errors in it, not just your own writing, but other people's writing as well. And the fact that it is nonfiction, I think is really nice, because while they're doing their editing, they are also learning different facts about different things. So I love this book, and they do have other versions besides just grade 7. And speaking of IEW, for next school year, we are going to be doing the IEW Student Writing Intensive Continuation Course Level B. She did IEW last year, and she loved it, and so she actually asked me to continue on with IEW. So I'm really excited to try this with her. Originally, I wasn't going to, because the level that we had previous to this was pretty teacher intensive. There were all these discs that you could watch before your child watched their lesson, and I just didn't have time for that. But this level does not have a teacher's disc. So if I want to watch one of her lessons, I can watch it with her, but there's no other prep work for me as far as watching anything. So I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about the fact that she just asked to continue doing it. That alone says something. She really thought it was fun, and I've heard that this level is even more fun with the different types of writing assignments, so I'm excited for her to continue on with that. For science, she is finishing up the Apologia, Exploring Creation with Human Anatomy and Physiology. Almost done with this, and so I had gone ahead and purchased Astronomy, which was the next one that she wanted to do. So again, Apologia, Exploring Creation with Astronomy. She has the textbook and the student workbook, and it's got all of her questions and things that she's got to make, her hands-on activities and things like that all come in the student workbook. So I picked that up, and Apologia is the only science we have ever used for her, and she loves it and I love it. So I plan to continue to keep on with Apologia. Also, another favorite that we've only ever used with her, and it's teaching textbooks. Now, she's almost done with pre-algebra. Well, I say almost done. She's about halfway done with pre-algebra, and so I went ahead and picked up Algebra 1. I love teaching textbooks. Math, for me, was the one thing that I was the most scared to try to teach her, because I'm terrible at math. I don't know how to explain it, and I can barely do it myself. And so when we first talked about homeschooling, I was thinking, what about math? Well, this is the answer to that, because I don't have to do anything. It teaches her the lesson. If she gets something wrong, it shows her how to do it correctly. It keeps grades for me, and I don't have to do not one single thing when it comes to math. So I love teaching textbooks, and I plan on using this for her and eventually my youngest daughter for, you know, for the long haul until they get out of my homeschool. So I love teaching textbooks. I can't say enough good things about it. And so she has pre-algebra to finish, and then she'll be starting Algebra 1. And the last thing, and this is new, and I think along with math, being able to do equations and fractions and multiplication and all that stuff is great. But I think even, you know, just as important, if not more important, is how to handle your personal finances. And with her going to be in 8th grade, getting near high school, I think it's really important to start teaching kids, if you haven't already, about money and budgeting and saving and all those things to do, so that you are setting them up for the best future they can have as an adult when they're handling their own money. I'm super excited because I've wanted this for a long time and I just hadn't purchased it, but I had their chance to review it for you guys, and so I jumped at that chance because I had been eyeballing this for years. So I'm going to be using this school year, and I will be doing a review about this as well towards the end of the school year in 2018. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know if you have any questions, and like I said, I will try to have everything linked in the description box below in case you guys want to do a little bit more research about any of these curriculums. I think I'm really happy with our choices, and that's one reason why there's not much that is changing from year to year, because I have been so happy with a lot of the choices that we've made in the past that we just continue to use them from year to year. So I love that. That means that I'm doing something right and I'm finding things that are working for her and for me. And make sure if you like this video, you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.